Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel. I want to start this video out by talking about Jaclyn Hill real quick because we have been joking around for like a little while now on this channel. Well, not so much joking around. We were just making comments about Jaclyn Hill and how she might not have as much like pull on social media the same way that she did back in the day. And that banter just comes from seeing her sponsorships over on TikTok. Remember the Beam chocolate drink that she did? And people could see that it sold like under 100 units on the actual listing on TikTok. But also let's not forget that Jaclyn Hill a little while ago made a whole fucking video over on TikTok. Ended up getting canceled because of it. People were dragging the out of her, made a video bitching about how she only gets like 250,000 views and her girlies aren't seeing her shit. Because of that video, people were saying that Jaclyn Hill is completely out of touch, which I completely agree. But also one of the main arguments that they had against her of saying that she was out of touch was a video clip that she did where she was putting caviar onto a chicken nugget.
So I've decided that I want to start eating caviar in a much more casual way. I literally can't stand myself sometimes. But I did see that there is a trend going around where you try caviar on McDonald's chicken nuggets. I saw Avery do this and I'm like, I have to know. I have to know. I personally love caviar. I had it for the first time in like 2019, I think. And me and Jordan, we now do like caviar and champagne nights together. We like set the mood and light the candles. It's just like something that we do. It's one of our date nights and I love it. But the idea of eating caviar on a chicken nugget, especially a McDonald's chicken nugget, I'm like, oh, something in my brain is not adding up, but I've got to know. I also have not had anything from McDonald's in probably 10 years, so send thoughts and prayers for my asshole. Thank you so much. There they are. Are these even real chicken at this point? I don't know anything about that. I asked Jordan to go pick me up some caviar, and he comes home with a little jar that was $250. My lad fetched me some very pricey caviar for a McDonald's nugget. Let's see how this goes. These are usually pretty hard to get open. I have to go ask Jordan for help. Okay, so there's the caviar all on its own, and I have the mother of pearl spoon. But of course, darling, of course I do. Shall we do a bump? I'm just kidding. That's good caviar. Better be. All right, we're gonna take a generous amount, put it on the nuggie. Cheers. This is terrible. It's offensive to caviar. That's disgusting. Ew, I don't want to eat this. That's my first time having a McDonald's nugget and I don't even know how long. Like, I'm not poo-pooing fast food. Like, I'll go some Taco Bell up, but I don't really eat at McDonald's. That chicken nugget is disgusting. I don't know, I feel like I'm being bitchy towards it. I'm gonna have one more taste. I get the appeal, because caviar is so salty. Like, I get it, but it's just the actual chicken nugget that's throwing me off. These nuggets are horrible. A Chick-fil-A chicken nugget would be a lot better. Well, now I'm gonna have to schedule a date night so that me and Jordan can enjoy the rest of this tin together and get our money's worth. I am not a fan of whatever that was. Love you, bye.
So I don't know if that was a trend or what was going on, but when I looked on TikTok today, I came across an ad from McDonald's. And do you guys know what they are doing? For Valentine's Day, I think they're only gonna be selling this online. You can buy caviar with chicken nuggets. Jaclyn Hill, we were wrong about you. Personally, for me, I don't think that I will be partaking in that purchase from McDonald's. I'll stick to the hot and spicy, which I had a hot and spicy earlier today. And let me tell you, sometimes those hot and spicies or just the McChickens in general, they can be very like hit or miss. Like sometimes they're just like flat, almost tasting like cardboard, like crunchy. But today that was a juicy piece of whatever the fuck they put into that chicken. It was so good, so spicy too. So let's move on from that. Let's talk about Mikayla Nogueira real quick because she once again has people worried about her over on TikTok. So do you guys remember around the time where Cody got out of rehab and Mikayla went and she bought this really pretty new house? Huge house, but she showed so much of the inside of it that people started looking all over the internet and they found the actual listing. They also discovered that it's off a main road and just anybody can get to it. People have been in her comment section for months telling her to like ramp up security because girl, you're showing a little too much. Like sometimes in the background of her videos, she has really large windows and you can just see out to the road, see across to the neighbor, all that kind of stuff. Girl, the reason that this is a big deal is obviously there should be some concern that your safety might be at risk because you're showing all these lavish items, these hundreds and hundreds of $1,000s worth of hauls. Girl, it's a crazy time in this fucking world. But since Mikayla has lived in this house, there have been several occasions where she has come online and told people that just strangers showed up. She said one guy hobbled down the road on some crutches just to like leave her something. Then there was a video where she alleged that this lady, Emma, left her a very, very sweet note that she started crying on video. And honestly, nobody believed it. They thought that she wrote it to herself. She was like, Emma, come back. Come back! She sounded like Rose when Leo was sinking down to the bottom. So if you did not remember that gem of a video, I have it right here. I actually need to send it to my computer. Let's see what Mikayla had to say about Emma, shall we? It's like so crazy because normally an influencer, when someone shows up at their house, they'd be like setting a boundary like, hey, do not do that, go the f away. Remember James Charles said that he had people hiding outside of his house, like behind the trash cans? Well, Mikayla, for some reason, when someone just like drops something off at her house, she's like always excited about it, like, oh my God, thank you so much. Just very like, it's very odd. in my opinion, but here we go.
This is probably gonna be me crying on the internet again, but I feel like an asshole right now because I was in a meeting and these two teenage girls came to my door. And I can't just leave my meetings to go see teenage girls at my door. But I noticed that they left a note and I just started reading it and it broke my fucking hat. And without revealing who this person is, I want to read it because it's really, really sweet. But it says, "Dear Michaela, my name is Emma. I'm a junior in high school.
I don't want to reveal who wrote this, but dear Michaela, my name is Emma.
Growing up,
Girl.
my mom always loved makeup, so I got introduced at a young age. My mom passed away from suicide a few months ago. And I know you have no clue who I am, but you genuinely helped me so much. Whether that's just makeup tips or getting me through the death of my mom. I started watching your videos when you first... I can't even see. Hold on. I started watching your videos when you first started to blow up on TikTok. I remember introducing your videos to my mom and telling her how much you inspired me in all different forms. I don't even know
This just seems like such a crock of shit. Like, did she write this to herself?
if you're gonna get this letter, but I hope you do. I'm writing this to thank you for everything you've done for me. During the past 4 to 5 years, you've impacted my life more than you will ever know, and I want to thank you for not making me feel alone during the hardships I have faced. Jesus Christ. I've always felt I could look up to you,
Y'all, she is rivaling Laura Lee in the tears department right now.
and you made me believe I can't even finish this. And you made me believe I could get through anything, whether that's being surrounded by addiction, a lot of my life, or my body. Even if I can't meet you personally, I want you to know how much you've impacted my life. I wish you and Cody the best. Love, Emma. Bro, Emma,
The crying like this with the fingers slightly parted to see if the camera's like picking it up.
come back to my house.
Come back! Come back!
Emma, please come back to my house. This is the craziest letter I've ever received. And if you don't come back to my house right now, I love you so much. Clearly you've impacted me as well.
This dramatic ass music. I hope I don't have to edit the music out of the background of this because it's almost like the Titanic.
I'm so sorry for everything you've gone through. And I appreciate that you feel my videos are a safe space for you. And I need you to come back to my house.
Maybe it's just me, but I don't think that I would be inviting some like random stranger back to my house. Because first of all, how'd you get my address? What did you look up? Why were you even searching that? Weird. Not for me. So as I was scrolling over on TikTok earlier, I came across another Michaela video, and now, y'all, this one is just foul, okay? She was crying about this lady that apparently left her this letter, okay, whatever. Now Michaela said that she made a post the other day about some kind of cheese, and now the cheese just magically appeared in her mailbox. So now are we not only inviting strangers to our home, we are accepting food from these strangers that are just being left in our mailbox at random times, cheese of all things. You know, as much as I wouldn't be inviting creepy people that found my address into my home, I don't think that I would be eating the food that was randomly left in my mailbox. Let's watch this.
Guys, I am unwell over what just happened.
That's what she always says when someone shows up at her house, is that she is unwell. Like the description on the last video that I played for you guys, it was, I'm unwell. Maybe she's gonna get herself a collaboration with the Unwell podcast, whatever the fuck. I don't know. Would you guys listen to a Michaela Nagara podcast?
I made a post the other day saying that I was looking for this cheese everywhere. And someone put it in my mailbox.
With an ice pack, so whoever did this, I mean, shout out to them because it was with an ice pack. They didn't just leave the cheese box. What kind of cheese is that? I don't think I've ever had. Has anyone had this kind of cheese? What's the tea?
Someone just put this in my mailbox. That's crazy.
Speaking of cheeses that I've never heard of before, you guys know that there's an onion cheese that they sell at Publix? Have you guys ever had onion cheese on a burger? It is so good. Next time you're at Publix or wherever they sell it, get yourself a slice.
Is there a note? Yeah. There's a CAD. That is like extremely sweet. I was looking for that cheese everywhere.
Oh, please be
Happy
Emma.
Valentine's Day. Oh. It's from my friend Dawn. One of my most loyal followers. Her name is Dawn. She has, I'm not going to show you this letter, but it's very long. I'm going to give this a read, Dawn. That is so sweet. I can't believe that. I'm so, and I went to the store the other day and I got my sweet potato. I know I'm a little late to the trend, but I actually cannot wait to try this. Thank you, Dawn. That made my literal day.
Okay, at least this go around, she kind of knows the person. She said that Dawn is like one of her most loyal followers. Still very creepy. That Dawn is dropping shit off at your house. Very parasocial odd. Did she not message prior to be like, hey, I'm gonna be dropping off some fucking cheese? How much is this cheese? Where does one get this cheese? I need to know more. I've actually seen a lot of speculation over on TikTok of people thinking that the real reason for the video that Michaela uploaded, where she was saying that she wants to find herself and she's gonna be like switching up her content, she had to take a step back to realize like how out of touch she really was. So there are people out there that are thinking that the reason that she uploaded that and she wanted to get so vulnerable with her audience is because the real reviews are starting to come in for the new products that she launched with POV Beauty. And if you really think about it, all the launches that Michaela has had with POV Beauty, however many weeks it takes for people to receive their items, whenever the reviews start coming in, that's when you're going to get some kind of like sympathy bait video from Michaela. So could she be trying to take attention away from that? You guys let me know what your thoughts and opinions are down below. So I came across this review by a creator named Lauren Ann. She did a video where she was trying and demonstrating the new under eye balm, where she said it is what you're going to want underneath your makeup and it's just going to like work so well. Well, apparently it does not. Shocker.
Just snatch it from point of view, and this is the eye serum you want to use because this was designed to work with your concealer.
All right, let's put that to the test. I did end up grabbing Snatch It, the eye cream, and
Let's not forget that Michaela is full of shit when it comes to her own products, so if this actually does not work underneath the concealer, it's not really surprising. You guys remember all the hoopla around the lip kits that she came out with and how she marketed that? And then people that were defending her were literally trying to tell other people that they had no idea how to use makeup. It was crazy times.
also have Snatch It, the Rejuvenating Face Ampule. I am testing this out. I want to test this out for a full month, so stay tuned for a video on this. And honestly this, because I've been trying this out in my nighttime skincare routine, but she claims that this is going to work with some concealer, so let's see how this looks with the concealer that she was using. She was using the brand new Airbrush Flawless Blur Concealer from Miss Charlotte Tilbury, so we're going to try it. I'm also going to put it to the test against the Belief Aqua Bomb Lifting Eye Gel. This is super popular on TikTok, so I want to see if one is going to be better than the other or if they're both equally good products. Now I'm going to be doing it exactly how she's doing it, so I'm going to be doing 3 little dots.
I do really like eye products that have this kind of applicator. I remember like years ago, Michelle Wong, I was watching one of her videos and she recommended, it was a Christian Dior eye balm and it had this kind of applicator on it and it felt so amazing. So points to Michaela for that one.
Let me try and squeeze it out. 1, 2, 3. Just like so, and then massaging it in. I do like how the metal applicator is, how you have the product coming out of the one end. So I do like that. If I'm going to describe the feeling of the eye balm, I'd say it's a little slippy, almost a little slimy. I'm just going to blend this with my finger right here. Now she said to let it dry down, so I'm just going to let this dry down. I do want to put this to the test against the Belief Aqua Bomb Lifting Eye Gel. I've actually really been liking this eye gel and I've been really liking it under makeup. So I'm just going to do one good pump of this one since it's a little pump on the nozzle there. And I'm going to place this down and I'm going to let this dry down the same amount of time as the point of view one. With my other clean finger, I just want to blend this a little bit and then really get in the inner corner, of course. Alright, so we're going to let these two sit for a little bit and then we'll place the concealer on top. Alright, so it's been a few minutes. Both sides are still looking pretty glassy and hydrated. Let's go in now.
Okay, in my opinion, I feel like the Michaela side does look a little bit more glassy and hydrated. Y'all let me know.
This is the new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Blur Concealer. I did end up picking up a shade. I'm in the shade 4.5 Fair Medium.
Do y'all like Charlotte Tilbury makeup? Because I always hear like so much hype about it, but then I always see like reviews and people in the comments saying that it's just all influencer hype and actual consumers don't really enjoy it.
Go ahead and do 3 dots like she does. 1, 2, 3. We'll blend out this side first. I do have 2 beauty blenders that we're going to be blending this out with. I couldn't tell whether or not she was using a beauty blender or if she was using a puff, so we're just going to be safe and do the beauty blender. But I'm just going to go in now and blend this out. Okay, so as I'm blending, it's separating the concealer pretty bad. And
Yeah.
I'm hating it. I'm gonna insert a close-up here. Here's a close-up shot of what the concealer looks like on top of the eye serum. It does look like it's separating, which isn't good, and I feel like it's almost oxidizing the concealer. It looks a little bit darker than when I first placed it down. Here's where I'm pointing out there where it's starting to pill and separate, which isn't really good. So this is what it looks like. So that's not
It doesn't look good.
pretty good. Let's go in and see how the Belief Under Eye Balm works. So again, we're going to do 1, 2, 3. And with a different beauty blender, I'm going to go in and see how this reacts.
This elevator music.
Okay, even just blending this in, the Belief Under Eye Balm looks super smooth and hydrated, but the side with the POV eye serum looks like it's separating. So let me just go ahead and finish blending this out, and then I'll get up close and show you guys. So here is the side with the Belief Aqua Lifting Under Eye Balm, and here is the side with the POV PDRN Snatch It. The Belief one looks way more smoother and hydrated. This one is separating the concealer, which I am not a fan of. It's looking pretty bad. You can see even from afar how it's just separating and emphasizing the texture there, while the Belief Under Eye Balm looks really smooth. And this is a full coverage concealer, so it's just doing a really good job working with the concealer in my opinion. So I don't know if I'm really a fan of this Restoring Eye Serum from POV underneath makeup. I have been testing this out at nighttime and it's pretty decent. It does feel alright underneath my eyes, but when I compare it to the Belief Aqua Lifting Eye Balm, which I've been trying out for about a month now, I definitely like this one a lot better than the POV Snatch It one.
I have to agree, the POV side does not look good at all.
It feels incredibly hydrating, feels really lightweight underneath my eyes, and I do feel like it's adding some hydration and getting rid of the redness under my eyes, versus POV where I don't really think it's doing anything. And the more I search into PDRN and Salmon, it seems as though that this stuff is more of a gimmick product unless you're doing microneedling and you're having it injected into the skin. So I don't really know if this is going to do anything much for me this month, but I will be doing this in my nighttime routine. I will be doing this in the morning as well. I don't think I'm going to be using this under makeup because, as you can see, it is not looking that well, but I am going to put these two to the test for a full month. So definitely check back in to see my review on these. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below though, are you guys team POV Snatch It or are you team Belief Aqua Lifting Eye Gel?
Well, Lauren, definitely after seeing this review, I would say that I am definitely the lifting eye gel over here and not the PDRN, because the POV Beauty PDRN, whatever the hell it's called, Stretch It, Gimp It, oh my god. Because the POV side, the PDRN, whatever the hell it's called, it didn't look good. It did look like it was separating. It looked like it oxidized a lot faster than the other side. So moving on from that, do you guys remember in early 2025 when Jeffree was dating this straight guy? I can't wait for shit, but he was dating this straight guy named Jim. Jim is another live streamer over on TikTok, and that's how him and Jeffree actually met. They used to battle all the time together. Now, Jeffree has been accused of using his money over on TikTok many times over to go into these straight guys' live streams and start like sending them a lot of the gifts to like get their attention, so they'll want to like link up with him. We've seen many of them fly out to Wyoming and hang out with Jeffree, and there's been a lot of issues along the way for Jeffree when it has come to that. There have been a few that have gone along and got some of the money from Jeffree, not exactly sure what they have done with him, but then they have a falling out and they start to like turn against him and expose him over on the TikTok platform. You guys remember that one morning that we woke up and some guy was like fleeing Jeffree Star's house in Wyoming with Jeffree like trailing behind him, like looking all worried. The guy said he was there to do floors or give like a quote on the floors and he had to walk to the airport. Well, Jim and Jeffree ended up having a falling out at like the beginning of 2025, and Jeffree had some choice words and some shade to throw at him over on live streams. I think that Jim actually did take a break from live streaming because of the hate that he was receiving for no longer being Jeffree Star's friend. And of course, it was Jim broke Jeffree's heart. He was using him for clout, all of that kind of shit. Well, it has been a while since we have heard anything from Jim, and I opened up my TikTok today, and it turns out that Jim is actually on like this season of the Mr. Beast games. And on that show, Jim made a lady friend, and now apparently they are dating. Now, there are a lot of people accusing Jim of just trying to be in this relationship with her because it gets them like more views and attention while the show is going on. I don't know about that. I don't watch the Mr. Beast games. Do you guys? Let me know in the comments. But because Jim and this lady have been going public with their relationship, they've been on live streams games together, all of that kind of stuff. There are so many people leaving comments in live streams and underneath videos talking about, hey, isn't your ex-boyfriend Jeffree Star? Hey, weren't you with Jeffree Star at some point? Hey, weren't you that guy that Jeffree Star was host trolling with? So I came across this video from a creator, Reality C, and she was talking about how Jim from the Beast games literally used to date Jeffree Star. So we're gonna watch that real quick because it was underneath this video where the drama like actually popped off because Jim commented underneath it and then Jeffree responded to him. And then Jeffree actually took this a little bit over to Twitter as well. So I don't know if we're gonna get some kind of video from him, but I definitely expect some kind of comments to be made on a live stream.
Jim from Beast Games used to date Jeffree Star. I was just minding my business, scrolling TikTok this morning when somebody posted a video saying like, I can't stand Monica and Jim from Beast Games. And I was looking at the comments and this comment popped up that said, did you know Jim and Jeffree Star used to date? Look it up. And I'm like, ain't no way. Like, there's no way. Search it in the TikTok search bar. This video comes up and the comments are like, the two of you are perfect together, always having an amazing time. Y'all are so cute together. Stop. I can't handle the cuteness. Couple goals. And I'm still like, I don't, like, no way, right? And there's more videos. And this time I see the comments that Jeffree liked. And, like, the comments are like, I love the way you two are when you're together. I think you're adorable together. You guys look so good together. Happy for you. Love seeing you both being silly goofy with each other. Love you and Jim together. But I still have to look. So I go to Reddit and this post says Jim is Jeffree Star's ex. I'm surprised nobody's bringing this up. Jim used to date Jeffree Star like a year or two ago. They used to always be on TikTok together. Jim would constantly fly to meet Jeffree to do lives together. They had a big falling out and Jeffree trashed him. Odd to see him all over a girl on that show now. And hey, there's nothing wrong with Jim if he goes both ways, but I was just shocked.
So I remember when that all went down and Jeffree and Jim had their falling out over on TikTok and Jeffree was on live streams like dogging him out to his audience. Jim has made comments before about how there were some times when he was hanging out with Jeffree Star that it seemed like Jeffree wanted a little bit more than what Jim wanted, so he was kind of uncomfortable. Well, girl, let me tell you, there is a creator over on TikTok called Hooper Valley, and he uploaded a video and he said that Jim actually DM'd him and he was just like telling his side of the story when it comes to Jeffree and this whole like Mr. Beast Games thing. I'm gonna read you the beginning part of it because honestly, when I first read it, I was like, this really tracks for what we hear about Jeffree Star over on TikTok when it comes to these straight guys on these live streams, or straight guys, sorry, y'all. And then the rest of it is basically just how like Jim was happy that he was going on this show because no devices were there, like no social media. So people didn't know like his past when it comes to Jeffree and they just got to like meet him for him. But the beginning of this says, hey, I appreciate you reaching out, bro. For real, it means a lot. There's a lot more to the situation than meets the eye. Jeffree was sending me thousands of dollars a day on TikTok live and I felt like I pretty much had to go along with everything he wanted me to do. And then the next paragraph, which you can't really see because this guy is on half of it, but it basically says, after the fact, everything he said became what people believe. He has a way bigger platform with millions of supporters, and I have never had the opportunity to clear my name. So then underneath Reality C's video that I just played for you guys, Jim actually commented and he said, me and Jeffree used to be friends and make TikToks together. But after a while, I started to feel like he wanted to be more than just friends with me. So I told him I felt like we weren't on the same page and we haven't spoken since. Okay, so that is the story that Jim has always maintained when it comes to Jeffree. Jeffree actually responded underneath Jim's comment and he said, so sleeping together over 25 times is what friends do? Some friends. I'm bored. Have fun with your fake relationship and I wish you all the best. Hopefully one day you'll be able to be yourself. So basically Jeffree Star is doubling down on the fact that they had some kind of relationship in the past and that Jim's new relationship is some kind of like lavender relationship because he's just too ashamed to come out. Girl, this is messy. So as I said, Jeffree then took this over to Twitter and he released 2 tweets. Going over to Twitter, there hasn't been some like good drama on Twitter in a good long while in regards to like beauty influencers, you know? That used to be like where to get all the tea back in the day. So Jeffree said, don't f***ing try to play games with me. If I posted the receipts of us, your family would never recover. Or maybe your dad would want to be next. Let me know. So that automatically makes me think that he's talking about some kind of like tape recording that they made together, or maybe some kind of like adult rated photos, you know? Jeffree then quote tweeted one of his own tweets and it was on September 26, 2024, where it was 2 pictures. One was of him and Jim and it said playtime is over. He quote tweeted that and he said, hey at Mr. Beast, come get your bitch Jim and tell him to keep my name out of his mouth please. Thanks, management. Y'all, Jeffree is pissed right now. One thing that he is not gonna allow someone to do is to lie on his pussy. Just awful. I came across a live stream from Jeffree Star the other day and he was up on the panel. I think it was with Amaya Saxton, I think is whose panel it was. And he was talking about, oh, is someone jealous that I've slept with like 23, was it 23 or 25? 23 or 25 streamers? No. Are y'all? I'm not. It's never been like a thought that crossed my mind, actually. This is getting messy, y'all, and I will definitely keep you updated if there's any kind of video or more receipts that come out from Jeffree Star. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section, and I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I hope that you guys did enjoy this. Please hit the hype button, the subscribe button, the thumbs up. Leave me whatever emoji you want to down below in the comment section, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.